Arlette Pinheiro Esteves Torres, and better known by her stage name Fernanda Montenegro, is a Brazilian stage, television and film actress, mostly recognized for her leading role in Central Station, for which she was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress, becoming the first and only Brazilian actress to ever be nominated in the category. Also for this work, she was nominated for the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Motion Picture Drama and won the Silver Bear at the Berlin International Film Festival. In 1999, she was honored with the Medal Grand Cross of the National Order of Merit, for the recognition of the outstanding work in the Brazilian performing arts delivered by then President Fernando Henrique Cardoso. It is the highest award that a civilian can receive from the Presidency of the Republic. In 2013, she won the International Emmy Award for Best Actress in the special television film Sweet Mother. She is commonly revered as one of Brazil's finest actresses and referred to as the First Lady of Brazilian theatre and the First Lady of Brazilian television. Biography. Personal life. Montenegro was born Arlette Pinheiro Esteves Silva in Rio de Janeiro, of Portuguese and Italian descent, from the island of Sardinia. Regarding the adoption of a stage name, the actress has stated that she chose Fernanda simply because of its sonority, whilst Montenegro was the surname of her family's doctor. Montenegro was married to Fernando Torres from 1954 until his death in 2008. They had two children, Fernanda Torres, who won the Best Actress prize in Cannes Film Festival, and film director Claudio Torres. Career. Stage and television career. In late 1940s, Montenegro was adapting famous theatre plays to radio. She began her artistic life in the theatre with the play Alegre Cancos nas Montanas in 1950. Among her mates was Fernando Torres, who would soon become her husband. In the next years she worked with other acclaimed actors like Sergio Brito, Cacilda Becker, Natalia Timberg, Claudio Correa e Castro and Italo Rossi. In 1951 she became a TV pioneer in Brazil, working for Rio de Janeiro's TV Tupi, the second TV station of South America. She played in several plays on TV between 1951 and 1970. Moving to São Paulo in the early 1960s, Montenegro initially worked solely on theatre. In 1963 she took her first role in a telenovela, Paucho Amor Nao e Acute Amor. A succession of notable telenovelas roles followed, mainly her performances in the ensemble Piece Morala, based on the novel by celebrated Brazilian author Dina Silveira de Queiroz, and Sang do Meu Sang, a memorable melodrama engraved in Brazilian pop culture, whose stellar cast featured not only Montenegro, but other theatre stars like Sergio Brito, Claudio Correa e Castro, Francisco Cuoco, Nisette Bruno, Antonio Carrero. Throughout the 1970s, Montenegro moved away from television, rather focusing on her theatre and film career. Still, a televised performance in Euripides' classic play Medea, in 1973, was lauded by reviewers. It was only in the very late 1970s that Montenegro would once again engage in a substantial television effort, with Cara Cara, for which she won the Best Actress in Television award by the São Paulo Association of Art Critics. The 1980s marked Montenegro's return to television in full force. She appeared in telenovelas such as Baila Comigo, Brilhante and Cambalacho, and struck a massive hit with Guerra dos Sexos, a light-hearted comedy about the constant bickering men and women experience in different stages of romantic relationships. In the latter, Montenegro once once again left a significant impression in Brazilian pop culture, starring in a now immortalized food fight scene opposite Paulo Autran. Throughout this decade, Montenegro won her second and third Best Actress in Television awards by the São Paulo Association of Art Critics for her work in Brilhante and Guerra dos Sexos. The early 1990s proved once again to be a time of success in television for Montenegro, as she took on roles in two other smash hits: the popular primetime telenovelas Rainha da Sucata and O Dono do Mundo, both Brazilian pop culture favorites. Years later, she once again gained artistic distinction, appearing on the critically acclaimed miniseries Incidente Amanteres, an adaptation of the book by one of Brazilian literature's greatest novelists, Érico Veríssimo. In 1997, Montenegro's string of critical and audience triumphs came to an abrupt halt as her portrayal of the lead role in the telenovela Zaza, a much-anticipated return to comedy, couldn't live up to either reviewers of the viewing public's expectations. After a series of changes in attempt to salvage it from absolute failure, still facing overall rejection, the show was cut short and quickly wrapped. Despite its being a considerable letdown, Zaza was soon eclipsed by the monumental success Montenegro's film career witnessed with the release of Central Station, in spite of a successful minor appearance as the Madonna in the miniseries O Auto da Compadecida, later recut into a theatrical film. Montenegro's television career struggled in the late 1990s and early 2000s. In 2001, another attempt was made in telenovela comedy with his Filhas da Meia, which covered the backstage of Brazilian fashion industry. Short of a celebrated scene early on, which featured Montenegro's character winning an Oscar, the telenovela was, once more, a flop. Lackluster ratings and overall negative reviews led to its swift cancellation. Nevertheless, Montenegro still managed to be nominated as Best Actress in the Contigo Awards, which laureates excellence in Brazilian telenovelas. The following year, Montenegro shifted towards primetime drama, opting for a minor role in the first stage of the telenovela Esperança. Although Montenegro herself earned positive reviews, Esperança was a major failure, generally panned by critics and despised by audiences, setting a record for an all-time low in ratings for a primetime telenovela televised by TV Globo, the broadcasting channel of Brazil's most powerful telecommunications conglomerate. Due to Montenegro's continued success in film, as well as her status as one of the most cherished artists and personalities in Brazil, these disappointments tended to be minimized, often regarded as minor blots in an extended resume of significant successes. Montenegro returned to television's good graces in a supporting role as the exploitive stepmother of the lead character in the ensemble piece miniseries Roshi Acute Dia de Maria, a coming-of-age tale set in a fantasy world. Positively reviewed for its inventiveness, its stunning art direction and overall production design, as well as its acting, Montenegro scored her second nomination as Best Actress in the Contigo Awards, while the miniseries garnered 2 nominations for the International Emmy Awards and won the grand prize of the Critics of the São Paulo Association of Art Critics Award. The following year, Montenegro returned to primetime drama, taking on the female lead role in Belíssima, which also offered a backstage view to Brazilian fashion industry, only in a much more earnest and cruel perspective than in her previous work as Filhas da Meia, starring as the shrewd calculating villain villainous Falco. Montenegro was applauded by critics and audiences alike, delivering a solid, sophisticated performance while handling an unapologetic, uncharismatic character, whose story twist was pivotal to the development of the main plot. For this portrayal, Montenegro finally won her first Contigo Award for Best Actress, and also her fourth Best Actress in Television award by the São Paulo Association of Art Critics. Following her streak of well-received roles, Montenegro returned to television in 2008, taking a supporting role as Doña Iracai in the critically and publicly acclaimed primetime miniseries Queridos Amigos, based on the book Os Amigos, by Portuguese novelist Maria Adelaide Amaral, an ensemble piece that tells a fictional reconstitution of personal experiences of Amaral and a group of close friends, set during a moment of political turbulence in the Brazilian transition from a military dictatorship to a democratic regime. In 2010, participated in the telenovela Paixão, where she played Beth Wuver. In 2012, Montenegro starred in the latest episode of the miniseries As Brasileiras as an actress without much talent named Mary Torres. Determined to make the success they have always dreamed, Mary ends vontando television to revive his career. In the telefilm Sweet Mother, displayed as year-end special in 2012, she plays Doña Picuca, an 85-year-old widow who confronts life with good humor and who knows how to take advantage of all the difficulties she faces. Sweet Mother has one foot in reality and the other in fantasy, the reality of a country of youths where there are more and more old people and many doubts about how to deal with them, the fantasy of the comedy, the music, the poetry which become a believable reality. Picuca is 85 years old and still does not know what she wants to be when she grows up. I don't either, Fernanda said. For her performance she won the International Emmy Award for Best Actress. In 2013, at age 85 years, Fernanda Montenegro returns to television in the remake of Saramandaia. In 2014, she lived again Doña Picuca in the series Sweet Mother. In the same year, the actress had participated in the cast of the telenovela Babylonia, written by Gilberto Braga, in the role of Teresa, a homosexual lawyer who maintains a relationship with the character Natalia Timberg Estella. Film career. Montenegro's film career was launched in the mid-1960s. Her debut came in 1965, as Zulmira in the movie A Falecida. The film was a cinematic adaptation of the play, by the greatest of Brazilian dramatists, Nelson Rodrigues, and earned its female lead. Amongst positive reviews, her first distinction as a film actress, as Montenegro won the Candango Trophy as Best Actress in the Brasilia Festival of Brazilian Cinema. Throughout the 1970s, Montenegro was featured in a series of other movies, but none seemed to match the degree of acclaim as her debut, until, in 1978, she starred as Elvira Barata opposite Paulo Gracindo in Arnaldo Jaba's Tudo Bem. The movie earned positive reviews, eventually winning the top prize at the Brasilia Festival of Brazilian Cinema, taking the Candango Trophy for Best Film. Although receiving considerable appraisal, Montenegro's performance missed any major awards. As her next big screen role, in 1981, Montenegro starred as Romana in El Ateneo USAM Black Tie, based on a play by the late Gianfrancesco Guarnieri, who was also her co-star in the movie. The movie proved to be a big domestic hit, earning Guarnieri the award as Best Actor in Film by the São Paulo Paulo Association of Art Critics, and, most significantly, a movie of international notice, landing major awards in film festivals all around the world, including the Grand Choral First Prize in the Havana Film Festival, as well as the Grand Jury Special Prize and the FIPRESCI Prize in the Venice Film Festival. Focusing in television during the 1980s, Montenegro's film exposure was limited throughout the remaining of the decade, but she still participated in a minor role as Carlota, a religious practitioner of Umbanda, in 1985's A Hora da Estrela, a movie that was lauded by critics both domestically, snatching 6 Candango trophies in the Brasilia Festival of Brazilian Cinema, including Best Film, Director, Actor and Actress, and internationally, earning the Grand Choral First Prize in the Havana Film Festival, as well as 3 major awards in the Berlin Film Festival, the International Confederation of Art House Cinemas Award, the OCIC Award, and the Silver Berlin Bear for Best Actress. Montenegro's film career hiatus would only be broken in 1994, emerging in a segment titled Samba de Grande Amor of the film Verharesta Canção, which garnered its director Carlos Caca Diegues a Best Director award in the Havana Film Festival. She then moved, in 1997, to a small appearance in OK Icutiso, Companero, which starred American actor Alan Arkin and chronicled the kidnapping of American consul Charles Burke Elbrick by rebellious political activists, who opposed the military dictatorship in Brazil. Based on the memoirs of Brazilian politician Fernando Gabeira, the movie had significant international repercussion, welcoming nominations to the Golden Bear in the Berlin International Film Festival and to the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. Central de Brazil in 1998, Montenegro delivered the performance of a career, starring in Central de Brazil as Dora. The movie fared well domestically, winning 4 awards by the São Paulo Association of Art Critics, and achieved international acclaim unprecedented for any Brazilian film. Central Station debuted to undisputed praise in the Berlin Film Festival, eventually earning 3 of its major awards: the Golden Berlin Bear for Best Film, the Special Prize by the Ecumenical Jury, and the Silver Berlin Bear for Best Actress for Montenegro. Successively, many other honors were bestowed upon the film, as it won 5 awards at the Havana Film Festival, including the Special Jury Prize and the Best Actress Award to Montenegro, as well as several other prizes for Best Foreign Film, including a BAFTA, a Golden Globe Awards by the Argentine Film Critics Association, the National Board of Review, the San Sebastian International Film Festival, the Spain Film Critics Association, the Spain Cinema Writers Circle, and the Satellite Awards, among others. Other high-profile Best Foreign Film nominations included the CE Acute SAR Award, the Independent Spirit Award, and an Academy Award nomination as Best Film in a Foreign Language. Montenegro herself was honored on numerous occasions, earning additional Best Actress awards from the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival, the National Board of Review, and the Los Angeles Film Critics Association, among others. She was also nominated for a Golden Satellite Award, for a Golden Globe, and for the Academy Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role, a feat which gave Montenegro the distinction of being the first Latin American actress ever to be bestowed with such an honor by the Academy. She is also the only person nominated so far for a performance in the Portuguese language. The last decade, Montenegro's follow-up to Central Station marked her return to the work of Nelson Rodriguez, as she took on a supporting role in 1999's Gemias, directed by her own son-in-law Andrache Waddington, and starred by her own daughter, Fernanda Torres. The film fared relatively well domestically, earning Torres a Candango Trophy for Best Actress in the Brasilia Festival of Brazilian Cinema and a nomination for Best Actress in the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, but failed to gain any substantial recognition internationally. In 2000, the celebrated television miniseries O Auto da Compadecida, in which Montenegro appeared as the Holy Mary, was recut into a film of same title and released to movie theaters to significantly appreciative domestic appraisal. It eventually won 4 awards at the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, including Best Director, Best Actor and Best Screenplay, but also failed to launch a noteworthy international career. In 2004, Montenegro's film career was once again in full force. She returned to the Berlin Film Festival with O Outro Lado da Rua, which landed stellar reviews and garnered the International Confederation of Art House Cinemas Award. Montenegro herself was also honored, winning the Horizons Award in the San Sebastian International Film Festival and the Best Actress Award in the Tribeca Film Festival. Domestically, the film also fared well, landing 6 nominations to the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, with Montenegro winning the Best Actress Award. The same year, she also took a supporting role in Redenta, directed by her son, Claudio Torres, and co-starred by her U.S. band Fernando Torres. The movie proved to be a smash hit domestically, earning rave reviews and scoring 9 nominations in the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, but failed to produce an expressive splash internationally. Still in 2004, Montenegro once again landed a supporting role, playing Leocadia Prestes, mother of Brazilian communist leader Luiz Carlos Prestes, and mother-in-law of Jewish-German socialist revolutionary Olga Benario in the biopic Olga, based on the book by Brazilian biographer Fernando Moraes. The movie was received with mixed reviews by critics, often praised for its technical merits and panned for its narrative and directing choices. It still fared strongly in the box office, though, and scored 9 nominations in the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, earning 3 technical awards. Olga was also chosen, eventually, as the film to represent Brazil in the Oscar race in pursuit of a nomination for Best Foreign Language Film, but it did not make it to the final 5 nominees. The following year of 2005 saw Montenegro's return to lead, as she took on 3 different roles in the feminist epic saga Casa de Areia, opposite her own daughter, Fernanda Torres, with whom she alternated the same roles. The movie had strong display domestically, earning rave reviews and special distinction to Montenegro's performance. It garnered 12 nominations to the Cinema Brazil Grand Prize, earning 3 technical awards. The movie displayed the potential to develop an international career, as it earned 2 nominations to the Satellite Awards and earned an Alfred P. Sloan Feature Film Prize in the Sundance Film Festival, but its campaign was crippled when Brazilian critics turned the support to Cinema Asprinas e Urubis, choosing it to represent Brazil in the Oscar race. Late 2006, Montenegro garnered attention for leading a movement of film artists and investors who firmly opposed the congressional bill that reduced federal incentives in cultural programs, reallocating such funds to public investments in the fields of sports and leisure. On December 14, 2006, Montenegro directly addressed the Brazilian Senate, strongly criticizing the legislation and famously asserting, "Culture is, above all, a social need." It is not a frivolity. For such deeds, as well as her overall career in film, Montenegro earned, in 2007, in the Rio de Janeiro International Film Festival, an honorary award as a Latin American character of the culture. Also in 2007, Montenegro played Transit to Ariza in Love in the Time of Cholera, an adaptation of the novel by the winner of the Nobel Prize of Literature, Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Albeit a minor role, it marked Montenegro's first performance in an English-language spoken feature. The movie debuted to mainly poor reviews, but none focused on Montenegro's acting. In 2012, starred in the short film A Dama do Estacio directed by Edward Addison. In 2013 participated in the film Cast Time and the Wind, an adaptation of the novel by Eric Overissimo with Thiago Lacerda, Marjorie Estiano and Celia Couto Perez. Filmography: television, telenovelas, series, miniseries, film, theater awards and nominations. Honors: Gra Star Ordem Nacional de Mérito, awarded by President Fernando Henrique Cardoso in April 12, 1999. Quotes: "My English is not good. My soul is better. I'm the old lady from Ipanema. In Brazil, I have a career. In America, I have an accent." Culture is, above all, a social need. It is not a frivolity.